You know, as you said, officially the meeting is still off. There's been no announcement to counter the president's cancellation letter of last week. But if you take a look at the diplomatic posture, it would suggest that unofficially, at least, this meeting looks like it's back on. Leaving Washington on a road trip to Texas, President Trump this morning gave a thumbs up to how talks with North Korea are proceeding.
I just want to tell you we're doing very well with North Korea. Our Secretary of State has had very good meetings. He's meeting again today. I believe they'll be coming down to Washington on Friday.
The president revealed today that Kim Jong-chol is expected to hand-deliver a response from Kim Jong-un to the president's letter last week.
A letter is going to be delivered to me from Kim Jong-un, so I look forward to seeing what's in the letter.
President Trump also lowering expectations for his planned meeting with Kim Jong-un, saying if it happens, it may be just the beginning of the process.
Hopefully we'll have a meeting on the 12th. That's going along very well, but I want it to be meaningful. It doesn't mean it gets all done at one meeting. Maybe you have to have a second or a third, and maybe we'll have none.
The phrase, maybe we'll have none, could also apply to Robert Mueller's request for an interview with President Trump.
I want to see the documents, which Trey Gowdy has never seen, which is outrageous. I'm not going to let my client testify.
The president's outside attorney, Rudy Giuliani, told Fox News today he has two conditions that need to be met before an interview. Access to Rod Rosenstein's so-called scope memo outlining the areas Robert Mueller was authorized to investigate, and access to DOJ materials regarding the FBI confidential informant who approached several members of the Trump campaign.
If and when we find that this was handled appropriately, and there's some evidence on which they could base this phony investigation, will we have him testify? But if there is no evidence, which I assume there is no evidence, then, he shouldn't testify.
The latest twist revealed in the Russia investigation is the existence of a memo written by former FBI Director Andrew McCabe about the firing of James Comey. Sources tell Fox News the McCabe memo details a meeting he had with Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. Sources say in that meeting, Rosenstein said the president asked him to include something about Russia in his memo justifying Comey's firing. Rosenstein told McCabe he declined to do it. A source tells Fox News that President Trump simply asked Rosenstein to add a line about Comey telling the president he wasn't under investigation. The reference was not included in Rosenstein's final memo. Rudy Giuliani also tells Fox News that he has not yet begun formal prep sessions with the president for a possible interview with Robert Mueller. But even if there isn't going to be an interview, Giuliani says he'd probably still do those prep sessions because the president's legal team will want to write a report about it at some point and need to have a great level of detail and the president's understanding before they write that report. Brett?
John, the president announced a pardon today and hinted at more action to come.
Dinesh D'Souza, the well-known conservative filmmaker, author, and commentator who pled guilty in 2014 to illegal campaign contributions, received a presidential pardon today and then aboard Air Force One. On his way down to Texas, the president suggested that there may also be pardons in store for Martha Stewart and former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich, who's serving a 14-year prison sentence for corruption. Interesting to note that both of those people, Stewart and Blagojevich, appeared on Celebrity Apprentice. This did not sit well with some of the president's Democratic critics who believe that he is sending a signal to people caught up in the Russia investigation that he is a pardoning kind of guy. Brett?
John Roberts, live on the North Lawn. John, thanks.